Welcome back to Careful Boys, everybody. We have with us a very valuable guest today. Say hello to Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Ron. Last time we had Ron here was for Ask the Expert, and it was kind of a bittersweet kind of time too, because you were talking about like, man, fighting is over. I'm just gonna train. I'm just gonna help coach. But in between that, this dude became a fucking champ. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Kickboxing champ.
WBC lightweight national Muay Thai champion.
It's a pretty big deal. It's a pretty fucking big deal.
How did that happen?
Knocked him out. That's how it happened.
I thought you gave up on life.
Yeah, I thought you gave up on fighting. You're like, I'm a dad now. I'm retired.
I thought you were depressed, and then you gave up, and then I think you started listening to Smashing Pumpkins, and then you're like,
1979, yeah. I was like, I wish I was born in that.
tired of this shit.
See, that's why I say, don't listen to Smashing Pumpkins.
Or Smash Mouth.
Smashing puppies.
Listen to Smash Mouth more, actually. Because you're an all-star. Okay, you're an all-star.
Don't listen to Nirvana.
That's it.
Don't listen to, Nirvana. Don't listen to any of the 90s, early 2000 rock bands, because they're going to unmotivate you.
Oh.
Is Dashboard Confessional part of that? Is that the difference?
They're all sad.
Yeah. No
So
more
what
sad
happened?
Maybe Green Day.
What's been going on? How did you get the title fight, and how did all this stuff happen?
Randomly, I was kind of just training on and off a little bit, and then trying to get. Once I realized UFC really wasn't my kind of, wasn't really the chances of that happening weren't very probable anymore.
Why not? Why is not?
Too old.
Because you train with a lot of UFC level fighters, and in the gym you go toe to toe with them. So you're at the level, but how come you're not signed?
It's because my age, getting a little older. I'm 36 now, so even if
You don't
you
look 36 at all.
Thank you.
What's the normal like average age to at that point to be like, oh, it's probably not gonna happen?
About 36.
Oh, the perfect age.
If you look at all the UFC champions now, like usually your career peaks at 35, 36.
Oh.
You know, so like Henry Cejudo, all these guys, they're all in their 30s. But for them to bring me in there kind of doesn't make sense because like, all right, we're gonna build this guy and he's only got what, a few years left. You know, it's kind of, I get it, doesn't make sense business wise, but I mean, there's always a chance for me to still get in. It's very slim, but I definitely started shifting my focuses elsewhere.
How did the Muay Thai opportunity land on your table?
They randomly called me. I think they couldn't find any opponents for the current champion at the time, and so they called me, and I was kind of in shape. But for me, like, I just need like 3 months of focus, and I could probably get in decent shape. And then so they hit me up. But the only reason why I got the offer in the first place is because we made a bet with the promoter. And so like 3-4 years ago, I fought one of the contenders in the U.S., Marvin Madriaga. He's a killer. He's freaking awesome.
But you killed him.
Maybe.
Guy.
His tombstone's at Rose Hills.
I was just there a couple days ago.
We went to his hometown in San Diego, and everybody was there for him. Like everybody. I brought like 40 people with me.
Oh, he's a hometown favorite.
He's the hometown hero. Like he's the freaking man.
Yeah.
And we made a wager. Like, look, we know what you brought us in for. You brought us in to die. We want to get paid for it, and we want to put a wager. If my boy wins, my coach was talking for me. I'm not allowed to talk in the negotiations.
That's how the fight game works, right? Like the fighters don't really talk as like agents and coaches and
the
managers.
promoters will literally just ignore me and not acknowledge my existence and just have to make eye contact with my managers. Yeah. Now it's different. Now we're best friends. But
So he's like, "I'll make a wager."
don't put this in there.
He's like, "We'll make a wager if Ron wins, what happens?"
If he wins, we want a title shot. And then without hesitation, he's like, okay, sign the contract. And then boom, just like that, got us the amount that we wanted, and then gave us a title shot if we won.
Did you crush that fool?
And ultimately we won by KO in the 4th round. So it worked out.
Knees, elbows, punch.
Elbows. It was bad.
You like elbows, huh?
I love elbows. Don't tell my next opponent this.
I got a chill down my spine when he said that.
This
Yeah, it
video
was-
is all they need to beat you.
Yeah,
They're,
this is
they're
it.
fighting like
Now-
this, watching it.
Now we know his secrets.
Yeah,
It's over.
The elbow.
Yeah, don't get elbowed. So yeah, I mean, we got that opportunity, but we didn't get a phone call until like randomly in like last year sometime, and I got a phone call. It's like, hey, Ron, you been training? I was like, not really. Why? He's like, you want to fight for the WBC title? I was like, heck yeah, I'll be in the gym tomorrow.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was tough. I had to let my family know, my coworkers know, all my partners know, because like they had to pick up all the slack for me, because usually I'm working like every day, And so wifey was down to hold down the fort, watch the family while I put time in to train. All my partners picked up my slack when I wasn't in the office so I could train. And then, you know, everybody's been super supportive. So I did like a full 3-month camp, and I felt freaking better than I ever have in my life. It was freaking sick.
Oh man.
But what I found that was kind of therapeutic, because I was like, fudge, I think I'm missing this aspect of my life. Because I was feeling like
fire?
Yeah, I felt like a lot, like, it is sad, but I felt normal. Like, the first time in my life I felt...
Because you're meant to be a warrior, fool.
Yeah, I felt freaking normal, man. It was weird. Like,
From samurai to samurai, I understand what you
yeah, you know, I felt responsible like an adult. I was like, okay, I'm providing for my family, and like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but like, deep within, I'm like...
You need to punch somebody.
Yeah, I'm not fulfilled. You know, I need some sort of violence or something. I don't
you were
know.
already full-time running your own business at that point where you had to like...
Yeah. At that point, I was in the gym maybe once a week or every couple weeks, just to have some sanity. Other than that, I was just kind of just working. I was like, my whole life I was like, I don't want to be in a cubicle and type buttons. And then I ended up going to a wealth management office, got my own cubicle with buttons, and I was like, I don't like this. I gained like 15 pounds. I've got these tailored outfits, so I look all sharp and they don't fit anymore.
What if we just get you really big buttons that you have to punch?
Like, have you seen the Kung Fu Panda game at Dave & Buster's? I win the jackpot every time. I freaking love that game. Have you seen it?
The pit boss comes by, so you're gonna have to leave, sir.
Yeah, they cut you off.
Yeah.
Sorry. You're gonna have to go to the basketball game. We know you suck at that. I was like, go shoot some hoops, sir. Dang it. Now I'm losing money. But yeah, and then I got into wealth management for a little while, and then that wasn't a good fit for me, and I was lucky to get that. And then I got offered an opportunity to go into towing, and then I went into that full time, and then that whole thing.
How did that even come? How does that even come up? Like,
Dude, pandemic changed my freaking life, man. It was pandemic changed everything. Because
what was it like before, and how did it change?
before pandemic, I was just training all day, all night. You know, just living the fighter.
You were managing, you were teaching, you were training. Yeah.
Doing everything fitness and wellness related possible. And then pandemic hit, and we had to shut down the gym, which is, dude, do you remember when you had to shut down barbell? Is that the most surreal thing?
Yeah.
We at first, when the pandemic came, I was like, this is a joke. We ain't closing our gym. They're not gonna make us. And then we got a letter from the state saying you have to close. I was like, they just made us close. I was like, shoot.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I couldn't believe it. Yeah, so I was jobless for like 2 or 3 months. I was like, fudge. What do we do? So one of my students was a flipper, so he started having me flip sneakers. I didn't get into sneakers until I met him. And then the issue with sneakers is you start selling them, then you start liking them, and then you stop selling them, and then you start buying them. And I'm like, fudge, now I'm losing money again. Yeah, it's a trap. I was like, dude, this is sick. People, this is working.
You got some dumb shoes on too, man.
Oh, but no, these are done. Yeah, these are my go-to shoes. These all I wear now. I got in a whole new thing where I was like, all right, I got too many toys. I need to calm the F down. So I sold everything. I have like nothing. Well, I got a couple things left, but I got rid of everything. I literally wear the same thing every day now. And I'm trying to get my wife to do it, but you know, it's a little harder. Yeah. She's a girl. Girls are different.
So what things did you say you flipped besides shoes?
I flipped sneakers. I flipped hair clippers. So during the pandemic, you couldn't get a haircut.
Yeah, dude.
The barbershops are closed. So what did people do? They cut hair at home.
Yeah.
And you know who has the best hair kits? Costco. They had the 72-piece kit for $40. And we had an in with somebody in there, and they let us know when the shipments would come in. So we'd camp out in the mornings and buy pallets of them. Because it's Costco wholesale. You can buy them at wholesale. So we bought them and we flipped them on eBay for $100 to $150. Wow. People were buying them because they were sold out at Costco everywhere. Everybody wanted them. And then
Who figured out that like algorithm?
my buddy Shy, he
The
worked at
Rain
Costco.
Man of clippers.
He worked at Costco. And you know what's funny? As we started camping out at Costco to get these clippers, other people like us were also camping out at Costco. So it ended up being like this whole thing. And people were getting there before us, or they had a bigger end than us, and ended up wiping out the inventory before we even got there. Yeah, I was like, oh, fudge. So we got kicked out of that.
One of my friends from high school during the pandemic hit me up, and he was like, hey, Bart, you own a gym, right? I'm like, yeah. He goes, do you have access to gym equipment? I'm like, oh, you're in the fitness industry? He goes, nah, I just want to flip gym equipment. It's fucking crazy right now.
It is.
People just during that pandemic was such a weird short period of money grabs for people just flipping things. They know there's premiums on stuff. It was crazy.
People got creative too. With
I bought my weight set like
So if you went to like Dick's Sporting Goods, right? The whole weight set was like under $200, but I bought it for $700.
I was gonna say, if you're
I
buying
gotta
weights
do
during
that.
pandemic, you're a rich man.
Yeah, I gotta do deadlifts and shit.
They had adjustable
flex.
dumbbells for like $1,000 everywhere.
Today's video is brought to you by Audible.
So, as you guys know, I don't live here. Like Joe.
I don't
live-
either.
Yeah, I live in Vegas. And my favorite thing when I'm driving, because now that I work from home, I work out from home, I don't have my normal errands anymore. So I actually really look forward to driving, because that's when I get to start listening to stuff, podcasts, audiobooks. And on Audible right now, I'm listening to Psychology of Money. Gio actually put me onto this. And it's really cool because it's talking about how a lot of people, they view money as this thing that you have to like attain. And it's like this object and it's like sacred. But the people that are good at investing and finance, it's actually your behavior around money and how you perceive money. So that's super cool. So now I get to listen to it. And what's amazing about listening to stuff, I noticed in the same amount of time, like let's say I spend 3 hours reading, I don't retain as much information as if I listened. And that's why I really enjoy audiobooks. And if audiobooks aren't for you, Audible got all kinds of other stuff, podcasts, theatrical release type stuff, guided wellness, a whole slew of original content as well. So if you want to try Audible, all new members get 30 days for free. Just go to audible.com/offtherecord or text off the record to 500-500 to try Audible now.
I couldn't get into that in time because everything was done. But you know, the best-selling items were hand sanitizers and Clorox wipes. Oh yeah. Those were a hit in New York when the pandemic hit the hardest. People were buying these like 6-pack of Clorox wipes like right there for like freaking like $200. And it's only like it's worth like $25. Like it got so bad that eBay and all that had to start regulating it, saying that you couldn't sell essential items. And so all these flippers started getting stuck with all this inventory.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, it was
because of the price gouging.
Yeah, price
They're like,
gouging.
Can't
That's what
do
it
it
was.
no more. Yeah.
Yep, can't do it no more.
Crazy time.
So if you got in that window where you could do it, oh man,
Oh, I price gouged so good.
For the hair clippers, you're like,
gouging.
yeah, dude, the hair clippers was freaking crazy. And then I got into inflatable pools because
yeah.
everybody wants to swim in their backyard. And so they just inflated the pools from Costco. It was like a $30 inflatable pool, sold them for like $250. And people were buying it. People were meeting me up on offer. I was like, I'll give you $300. I'll give you $350. My kid needs to swim. I was like, okay.
My friend's pretty badass. Like he has this huge video game distribution company, and when the pandemic hit, like he got really into nonprofit like several years ago, and he's like, this is more rewarding than business. And then like when it hit, right, we were just talking like, oh man, what can we do to help? Because like I'm not a nurse or whatever. And then we started seeing all these things about like they don't have masks, they don't have gloves, they don't have all these things. So we're like, oh shit, maybe we should do that. So I created like a little fundraiser and all that. He found a hookup, and then he realized like hospitals have money, but they have to get it from their like certified mask distributors.
Retailer or whatever.
So they couldn't get it at Walmart, they couldn't get it at Daiso or whatever, right? So then what he did is he spoke to one of these major retailers and he said, look, before you guys release this to the public, give it to me. I'll buy it at retail price. So you don't have to sell it to your like retailers. And don't put it online because they're gonna price gouge. Like all these people are gonna buy it and sell it to people on the streets for fucked up prices. I wanna buy it and I'm gonna give it to hospitals and I'm gonna give you the publicity. And then he's like, they were like, so every day they're just like, hey, we need a freaking, you're not buying enough. So like, even though we did like a GoFundMe and all that stuff, so he's like, I can't even buy this with my own money. So he got in contact with fucking like FEMA or some shit, like government agencies. And then he brokered the deal between them, and then he directly got masks from them to give to doctors and nurses. And a lot of these places, he was saying like, you had to give directly to the nurses and doctors. If you dump it off at the hospitals, some of these hospitals are like, they'll just hoard them and they'll put them away and they'll lock them up, or they won't receive them because they're like, well, some of them have different reasons. Like one would be like, we can't take anything from outside for legal purposes. Some of them be like, for pride and image and marketing, they're like, our hospital is like top tier. We don't need these things or whatever. Yeah, it's all fucked up. And then so at the time, nurses were using the same mask every fucking day, taking it home, and then like they're already getting sick or they had COVID and it's like so fucked up. So then we had to give it directly to the doctor, directly to the nurses, and they were passing it around like that.
Yeah, there's shortages, all kinds of stuff. It was a crazy time, man. It was a crazy time. Like, I felt like I was a fugitive because I was running outside. Remember, you weren't allowed to go outside?
Remember, there's a
Do I wear a mask?
There's a curfew.
But dude, you live in OC and it's a complete different place because I remember when LA was like super masked up, I went to go buy a mountain bike in Orange County, and out there they looked at me weird for having a mask on, and they're like, "You masker."
Dude, we went to go eat pho during the pandemic and we sat down.
Yeah, we just
In the
walked
beginning,
in.
though, everyone was freaking out because nobody knew what the heck was going on. So in the beginning, I would sneak out and run into the trail. I lived at this place called Peters Canyon, and I would sneak out there and be a ranger camped out at the entrance to make sure people wouldn't go in the trail.
It was so
and
ridiculous.
spread COVID while jogging.
Oh yeah, I remember the trails would be taped up, and I remember when they first removed the tape. When you go on the trails, like the grass was crazy growing in, and you saw so much more wildlife.
Yeah.
Because they were used to like humans not being there for a while.
Dude, I remember at the beginning of the pandemic, there was the bioluminescence at the beach in like Southern California, and that was the only thing people could do. But we went to Manhattan Beach, and they blocked off the whole beach. They wouldn't let you cross the boardwalk, and they wouldn't let you go on the beach at all to look at the bioluminescence.
Remember they
Everybody had
dumped
to, like,
sand on the half pipes and shit?
Yeah,
On
dude,
the
like,
skate
it's
parks? Because they're like, "Dude, you can't be here," and they're like,
They
"It's
did do that.
outdoors." And they're like, "Well, fuck you," and they took the sand, they dumped it on the skate park so no one would be. Because it was when everyone was freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna die, so let's put sand on the skate park.
So let's put sand. That'll make them safer.
Shit was crazy.
It was the only logical thing to do.
In OC, there was a park, right? And they taped it off with caution tape, but you see just kids playing there anyway.
Yeah, they hopped over it.
Yeah, I took videos of my kid just playing at the playground, and then I always put caution tape like in like the background so you can see, and always play that Cops theme. Bad boys, bad boys. I was like, yeah, you play on that swing like a criminal.
So tell us about the towing business you got into.
Yeah, oh yeah, so I did all that stuff, and then I started selling and then I sold gummy bears.
Just regular gummy bears?
Yeah, so sugar bear hair. And so it's this like popular thing that makes your hair grow or something. And
Does it really work?
I don't know. I never took it.
How did this even happen? How did
The
that
whole
happen?
flipping thingy majigger. Yeah. And so they don't want to sell to anybody. And so we ended up having a connection in the Middle East. We had to smuggle it in the Middle East because you can't bring anything in there in Iraq. They don't let anything go in or out of the country. But we had somebody that would smuggle, not drugs, freaking gummy bears. They had somebody that would smuggle U.S. goods into Iraq and then sell it at a premium. Wow. So I ended up landing the account, and we bought like $70,000 worth of gummy bears.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and we shipped it to freaking Iraq, and then made it in. And they ended up selling so the bottle for us wholesale was like $15-17, dude, for a little bottle of gummy bears. It was like small. It was like half the size of this bottle.
What if it got confiscated? You guys would be out 70 G's?
No, because we already sold. So we sold it to a guy, and then that guy would smuggle it in, and that guy would sell it to the retailers in Iraq.
Oh, so you just have to sell it to the
Yeah,
guy.
we sell it to the
So
guy.
you don't have to market it or anything.
Nothing.
You're just the
access.
changing of the hands.
Yeah, we had the access.
Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't know if it works. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't care.
I wonder if that kind of smuggling can get you in jail. Maybe out there.
It'll get you one of these.
They'll probably kill you. In Iraq, they'll probably kill
You're
you.
still smuggling, even though if it's not like crack.
I'm assuming the smuggling has to do a lot with bribing out there. I don't know, but there's got to be. There's always.
That's the international language.
Just
I
find
think.
the baldest guard.
Hey, you want to enter his air, bro?
Like, don't worry.
So how did smuggling gummy bears turn into tow trucking?
Because the guy that I was smuggling gummy bears with was in the towing industry, and then he was like,
It's always, I was like thinking, okay, why is an Asian dude getting into a tow trucking? Because the Middle Easterns got that locked down.
yeah, he's Middle Eastern.
So that's like if an Armenian guy started a nail salon, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's a Vietnamese thing, you know?
Is your wife Vietnamese? Like, what's going on?
So I'm like, how the hell is he getting into a tow truck thing? And I'm like, well, I guess it's just Ron, you know?
It's just Ron.
Ron beat.
I was just gonna try Ron shit, you know? And I'm like, interesting. So that's how you got into the
That's how I
truck.
got in with my buddy Shai. Yeah, he brought me in, and then the group that helped us out kind of held our hand and kind of gave us one-on-one training to how to optimize the industry and how to do it the right way. So we bought a tow truck, him and I. We worked 7 days a week. We did 12-hour shifts, and then
How'd you guys know it was gonna be a good thing?
he promised me it would be.
I promise you, bro. Hey, I smuggled gummy bears for you.
Dude, it was on paper the riskiest decision I've ever made, because at that time I was like, I only had so much money left and I dumped it all into the venture. He's like,
To the gummy bears?
no, not the gummy bears. All the money I made from the gummy bears, the flipping,
That is the
didn't
gummy
make any
money.
money on shoes.
Yeah,
Ultimately,
We got some cool kicks.
That's a true entrepreneur.
I got a pretty cool collection.
What you lost in shoes, you gained in style.
yeah. And now I don't even wear them. I'm making a point to wear only these shoes every single day. I had my unicorn pair. I ended up getting a pair of Travis Scott's.
Ooh, did you really?
Yeah, the one that looks like the mocha shoe.
Did you stab anybody for it? Because that's how people had to get them.
No, I bought them on StockX.
You got it that way.
Yeah, I bought it on StockX, and all the profits I made from the shoe flipping was pretty much just that shoe.
That's awesome.
How much is that shoe?
It was at the time it was like $1,300 or something.
God damn!
Yeah.
It's a fancy shoe, dude.
And now I don't even wear it. It's just
Probably worth
dust.
more.
Good,
Yeah.
don't wear
Go
it.
sell it.
Well, I can't because I threw it. Well, I didn't know this. You're supposed to keep boxes and stuff. For stuff you collect.
Yeah.
I threw them all away.
No way.
I have the laces though.
Fire. That's still good. Somebody will still want to buy them.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, my friend Shao was like, I just had a feeling. He was like, "Yo, this is gonna work. It's gonna cost like 200 grand to get this in, to get into the
Just
industry.
to start,
Just
huh?
to start. That doesn't even include the truck. That's just to get a.
But now you guys have like how many trucks?
Yeah. So it ended up working out. Dude, wifey thought I was freaking crazy. She's like, "Are you serious? This is everything that we have left, and then some. I had to borrow money to make this happen." And she's like, "Are you sure this is a good move?" I'm like, "This is it. Unless we want to live the same life forever, which we can't. It's not sustainable. We gotta make moves now.
Yeah.
And this is it, you know." And then so she's like, "Okay, let's do it. I got your back." I was like, "Awesome."
That's a dope wife.
Oh, dude, she's down.
How many trucks do you have
She's
now?
down. So we started with one, and then we got another, and now we're at 12 vehicles.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's been freaking
I didn't
crazy.
expect you to say 12. I thought you were going to say like
Three of them are service vehicles, so they don't count. They're just like trucks and Priuses.
You want to know a quick business hack to get more trucks? Just tow other tow trucks.
You're mine.
I don't know what you're doing buying them. Like a sucker. And what was the time from truck 1 to truck 12? How long?
We are at month 9.
Month 9? I was like years. Holy shit,
It's been freaking crazy, dude.
Dude, good for you, Rob. That's so dope. That maniacal laugh.
I'm not killing it. It's like I'm not a millionaire or anything like that because all the money is going back.
Well, which is smart. That's how you do it. Yeah.
You guys
build a
called
business.
KO Trucking?
Yeah, KO towing and recovery.
Oh, it's really called?
Yeah, because we knock out every job, you know?
Is the logo an elbow?
That's Ron pointing at his elbow.
And him going,
Don't tell anybody. The secret to my fighting is in the logo. Now I need to change my logo. Dang it.
Secret is out.
It's the secret fun. My career's over. Thanks, guys. JK News has ended my fight career.
it's there the whole time.
It's it is fight related though. It's a boxer doing a double. Not that a boxer would do that, but it's a double bicep flex pose. Yeah. And then like 2 tow trucks like behind it, and it's red, white, and blue because we love America.
Nice.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we started.
Congrats,
Thank you.
man.
Yeah,
That's
just
huge.
We just started with. We have 2 more trucks coming that we're building. And tow trucks you have to build. I mean, you can buy them, but they overcharge you. But if you know how to build them,
What's the starting platform?
regular truck.
Like a F250 or F3?
550 or a Dodge 5500. That's considered light duty.
So you start at a 5500.
Yeah, 5500 is generally what you should start out with. Or should-
They're all dualies or?
Yeah, they gotta be because the stuff we're towing is like.
And there's different types of tow truck builds.
Yeah, you got the one with the fucking crane. You got one with the flatbed.
one with the crucifix looking
Yeah,
thing at
yeah.
the
So
back.
there's two main ones. There's what's called a wrecker or a wheel lift. It lifts 2 wheels off the ground, and then there's a motor carrier or a flatbed, and that's the ones that everybody
Right.
sees. That everybody requests too.
Yeah, everyone wants
everybody
those.
wants a flatbed.
Especially the low boys.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I like the I like the wheel lift because it takes more craftsmanship. Like you have to,
you gotta
More technique.
yeah, it takes more technique. You have to like Do you guys remember that Top Gun game? Like it was like old Nintendo
Yeah.
game where like when you would fuel,
Yep.
you had to like line everything up, otherwise
Right.
you would like miss the hole.
And then you see the axis and like yeah.
Yep, that's towing in a wrecker. So when you like back up to somebody, you have to like dee, 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 and if you're off, you like hit the car or you miss or whatever.
So you learned how to do that after you went all in on this business? You didn't know how to.
No, yeah, I didn't even do the first 3 months were the sketchiest ever. I was like almost hitting other cars. Like I couldn't even turn. Like I've driven trucks before, but these trucks are huge.
Yeah.
And so I'm not used to the turning radius. Cars were honking at me. And like
What happened?
Was your partner? He knew how to drive it though and run it.
yeah,
he taught you how to do it?
He had a few months more experience than I did.
Are you just watching YouTube tutorials while you're?
Dude, I go all in on everything. I YouTubed it like
Truck tubers.
I was like,
Truck tubers.
Today we're gonna teach you how to tow this truck.
It's the same boring voice guy that shows you how to use fucking Photoshop too.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you're gonna want to back up pretty slowly.